All right, so the live campfire live stream just finished for Diablo 4, and they give us lots of information regarding Season 1, Season 2, and some items and some bugs and fixes that will happen. My name is Ghost of Itziz. Let's go and take a look at what's going on. It's fantastic news. I am really happy about it. First of all, they talked about item bugs, where classes like Druid had unique drops that were not really compliant with their actual class. A lot of them were really tough to get for their own class uniques, and they addressed it by saying that the issue will be resolved before Season 1, which is great for all the Druid players. World boss caches in World Tier 4 have required players to be level 80 in order to open them. So whenever you get a World Tier 4 cache from a world boss, you will be able to open it without being level 80, which is great. My favorite thing that's gonna happen in the upcoming future of Diablo 4 is for all the hardcore players. Scroll of Escape is a consumable that drops rarely from mobs, but that basically, when used, teleports you back to Kyovashad right away without any cooldown or without any casting time. Basically, it's amazing. You have to have it in your inventory to be able to use it. Some people are using it by actually opening their inventory and right-clicking on it. Others are putting them in their wheel, and people like me, they keybind the actual scroll to something on the wheel. So if you go on your wheel, you have all the arrows in there. You can keybind the arrows from the control menu or from the keybind menu. And like myself, I have it bound to F. So whenever I press F, I use a Scroll of Escape right away. So what's gonna happen, the player that have Scroll of Escape inventory will automatically be used when disconnected. So you are not in a situation where your character stays into a instance where he will be able to get killed basically by mobs or by other affixes if he's disconnected. So you get back to Kyovashad and you have no fears of death anymore, which is gonna be really nice, honestly, very nice. Resistance and stats changes will be made to how resistance are adjusted in higher world tiers. This change is intended to make resistance stat more desirable, and this change is planned for Season 2. The team has also acknowledged that the resistance have been weaker compared to other damage mitigation stats like damage reduction and damage reduction to all, and they want resistance to feel more significant in next updates and patches, which is great, honestly. Inventory management, this one is fantastic. Starting in Season 2, the gems will be included in the material tab. So that is fantastic. It's not going to be in your inventory anymore. It's going to be when you open your character, you go in stat and material, click on material, you're going to see all the gems over there, like where your grave dust is, your peltongs, and all your other materials right now, which is going to be a massive change. Material cap limits will be also increased. So everything that is capped right now at 9999 will be able to have more limit, and this change will occur before the Season 1. Amazing. Another really great point is the Renown system. The team is re-evaluating the Renown system. Will need to be repeated as part of the new season, meaning that we might not have to redo all the things we did. And the really great thing about it, for now, what they said is the portion of the map that has been discovered in the Eternal Realm, meaning the playing we are doing right now, so vanilla D4, will remain discovered in seasonal realms. So the renown associated with these explorable areas will also be rewarded automatically to each new character in seasonal. That's amazing. You won't have to rediscover the whole map. Similarly, the altars of Lilith that have been previously discovered will also remain discovered on future characters. So the renown associated with these altars will also be earned automatically for all new characters. Live fire, it's amazing. I think the stats will also come with the altars of Lilith. That it's still yet to be determined, but for now the renowned system updates are going to be fantastic. Nightmare dungeon buff, this one is actually very great. Nightmare dungeons will reward more experience, so it's going to be even better to be able to upgrade your character from 1 to 100. Right now, there was a lot of people, myself included, that did dungeons back to back to get to level 100, but the intended endgame is to use Nightmare Sigils to do Nightmare Dungeons and get that reward to level 100. So it's going to be a little bit more like that because they're going to buff the experience getting from there. The Nightmare Dungeon Sigils will now act as a fast travel item. It's fantastic. The item that will be immediately take players to the chosen Nightmare Dungeons. That is fantastic. No downtown anymore. No need to rush into the other one or stacking the same exact sigil back to back to be able to use it quickly. Now it's going to be every time you use it, you get into the new dungeon in front of it right away. Amazing, amazing, amazing news. Nightmare Dungeon sigils will be able to be used immediately after the last Nightmare Dungeon has been completed also, so you don't have to go back to town. Another great change, and these changes are planned to be released before Season 1, before, keyword, before Season 1. That means that's before the beginning of July or mid-July. It's amazing. It's gonna happen really soon. Wonderful. The dungeon nerfs. While players have been spamming normal dungeons in order to level quickly, the team has continued to nerf these dungeons in order to lead players into the intended endgame content, such as Nightmare Dungeons, the one I was talking about a little bit earlier. So while these dungeons nerfs were intended to make normal dungeons more equal, the developers have ensured us that the buffs are coming to normal dungeons also to be able to give us more agency, basically. And that being said, they came back with a launch overview. Over 350 million hours played of Diablo 4. Quite amazing. A large client patch is planned, covering 13 pages of notes that are coming really soon. And the vast majority of Diablo 4 players have not yet completed the campaign. That's insane. I've played myself more than 200 hours, I think, already. Level 100 source. I absolutely loved it. It's an amazing game, and these quality of changes are going to be great. Let me know what you think in the comments. And I also will be streaming my level 100 hardcore source on stream, on Kick. The link is right below. Every evening on weekdays and weekends, I will be helping you guys in the hardcore. I'm here to help for your dungeons, for your capstones, anything you need, I'll be there. My name is Ghost of It Seas. I hope you did like this kind of content. Let me know in the comments if you did, and let me know what you think about these new news. It's amazing. I love them. Let's get it.